Welcome to Waters-Wilkins Stadium, where tonight the Cedar Shoals Jaguars will be taking on the Stevens County Indians. The temperatures have been cooling off here in Athens, just like the Jaguars offense did last week. My name is Denton Redmond, and joining me is Scott Wells.
That's right, Denton. The Jaguars are coming off of a 34-0 loss against Max Johnson in Oconee County. This loss was because of a lackluster performance on offense and defense, leading to their first loss of the season.
And Stevens County dropped their fourth game to Habersham Central with 5 forced turnovers, 4 of them being on fumbles. If the Jaguars can control the turnovers tonight, they can jump out ahead quickly and secure this game.
The key for Stevens County is to control the ball. Their offense is very heavily dependent on the running game with 1,156 yards from Jones and Spurlock, while their passing has only accounted for 330 yards.
And for the Jags, they just need to go back to what they're doing best. Jalen Rusher is a great quarterback. He can run and throw, and with 2 great receivers like Jaden Williams and Raquel Williams by his side, he'll have no problem. Stevens County is allowing 33.4 points per game, so the Jaguars should have no problem scoring tonight.
And here we go. We are about to start the game tonight here at Waters-Wilkins Stadium. My name is Denton Redmond, along with Scott Wells, reporting live from Cedar Shoals.
Yep, and tonight it is about to kick off. We have 2 minutes and 20 seconds until kickoff, and it should be a good game here. As we were saying, Cedar is coming off of a loss right now, their first loss of the season, so hopefully they can get back up on their feet and get back on track.
Yeah, Cedar really kind of struggled here, or at Oconee County last week. Not really good passing offense, rushing offense, or defense in general, so we're going to look to kind of boost that up, get back to where we were in the past few weeks where we've been undefeated.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is worth noting Oconee has a very strong team this year. They have one player already committed to LSU, their quarterback, Max Johnson.
Yeah, and against Stevens County, really, they want to control the turnovers, really. 5 turnovers last week, 4 fumbles, 1 interception. So if this Jaguars defense can get back to where it was 2 weeks ago, then they can probably control this game. And one thing that Stevens needs to do is the line of scrimmage as well. To have their run game going as well as it did these past few weeks, as it has, being their main source of offense, they got to control the line offensively, make those holes for their running backs to go through, and they can split the gaps.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's very worth noting that Stevens County is very heavily dependent on the running game, so that's going to make it a lot easier for Cedar to predict these plays and hopefully hold them.
Yeah, and our Cedar Shoals' defensive line has a bunch of returning players from last year, seniors that have experience, have a few offers from colleges, and we're just going to see how this game goes as the Jaguars are coming out onto the field now. It is the homecoming night here in the jungle, and here they come.
And a major player for Cedar Shoals throughout this entire season has been the senior quarterback, Jalen Rusher. He's just showed how versatile he is, and it's really helped him. It's hard for defenses to pick up on him because he's versatile at running himself, and he's an amazing passer also. He has 58% completion rate right now, so he's doing very well for himself in both the rushing and passing game.
Yeah, and his touchdown to pick ratio is 8-2, so roughly every 4 touchdown passes throwing 1 pick.
Yeah.
So that's what you want to see from a quarterback. And even more, a dual threat quarterback. Cedar Shoals has a history of running quarterbacks. They want to see how Jalen can produce week in and week out, and so far he's been doing that. So the Jaguars are going to kick off. Stevens County will get the ball first.
And William Fang lining up for the kickoff.
Clock stands still as we are getting ready to kick off here in Waters-Wilkins Stadium. Homecoming night against Stevens County.
And now the game starts.
Williams Fang's kick inside the 10. Good kick on the 5, on the dot. It looks to be fumble. Stevens County recovers it. Fumble right there. Looked to be Raquel Willingham got to him first. And Raquel Willingham, tight end, wide receiver, did receive a college offer today. So congratulations to him. And the Cedar Shoals defense is going to see how they can do against this Stevens County offense. Very run reliant. Our Jaguars front four is very strong, led by Jaheim Wilson, Jalen Jackson, a few of those guys, senior returning players. So they're looking to beef up in this game, and also the corners as well. Last week, Max Johnson put a passing performance on. So we'll see how senior Jaden Williams can do. High-profile player on this team. Colwell under center. Number 5 gets in motion. Look to try and bait offside. Looking back over to the sideline now. Kenny Colwell, the junior quarterback. Another man in motion. Pitch outside. Fumbled. Dropped on immediately by Stevens County.
That is 2 fumbles in the first 2 plays of the game. So far, both have been recovered, but this is very dangerous looking for Stevens County.
And going back to last week, 5 fumbles for Stevens County. Only 4 were given up. So that's not what you like to see. You want to take care of the ball right here. And already 2 times they've touched the ball, both fumbled.
Yeah, absolutely. And this close to your own end zone, you have to be very careful about that.
Call to snap, handoff straight to number 5, Hudson Spurlock. He has gotten most of the reps this year. He's their leading rusher with about 600 yards on the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. And this Stevens County team is very heavily dependent on that rushing game, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw them run it a ton this game. But hopefully they can keep their hands on the ball, because 2 fumbles already this fast is very dangerous looking for them.
3rd and 11. Play action pass out to big hit by the Jaguars. Number 12, Jaden Williams on the stop. Jaden Williams, big player for this team. Return man, cornerback, wide receiver. I mean, I like to call him the do-it-all man because he literally does it all for these Jags.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so many players on this team that switch between positions. They have to play offense and defense, and they stay relentless and they stay going at it.
High snap for the punt on 4th and 8. Punts it deep. Jaden Williams drifting out to the 40. Lets it bounce out of bounds around the 49. So the Jaguars are going to get the ball in their own territory for their first possession of the night. And here we see Jalen Rusher for the first time bouncing back off of his first loss of his career at quarterback. This is his first season, but he's been in the program since middle school. I remember playing with him. He played quarterback there too, but he's been playing wide receiver and tailback ever since then. So bouncing back off of a rough week. Jaden Williams up to his left, Raquel Williams down to his right. 2 very reliable receivers. Colbert with him in the backfield. Quick pass, really very quick pass, broken up easily by number 3, MJ Jones.
Yeah, and it's worth saying that Raquel Willingham and Jaden Williams have had a combination of 31 receivals this year with over 300 yards.
Yeah, both of them are doing very well very good this season. Their efficiency is pretty much as it should be, 16 and 15 receptions and 4 touchdowns for both of them.
Yeah.
I formation now. Williams in. Handoff to Colbert. Colbert gets a good little 3 yards on 2nd and 10, bringing up 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6 right there. And Cedar Shoals, traditionally a running team. Not often we're gonna have a lot of passing plays in the past. Last year, Osiris Walker, Devontae Bankston. The year before, Colbert, Jadavian's brother Jafari Colbert was out here raking plays like that.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been rush oriented for a very long time, and it's good to see that we're finally being able to be versatile and keep the other team on their feet, not knowing what we're going to do.
Pressure in the backfield. Rusher dumps it down to Colbert. Colbert trying to make some room. Gets to get out on the outside, and he gets enough yardage to be a first down. It looks like they are going to mark it at the first down, so almost a busted play right there. Rusher sticking to his dump down. Jadavian Colbert for the first down off of a 3rd and 7. So Rusher, pretty good start right there.
Yeah, this Cedar team is looking very strong. Already had a turnover within the first.
Turnover on downs, which has been, that's what they do best. Killing Willingham and Williams on his left. Colbert to his side. Number 9 motioning. Rusher. Screen pass to Williams. Williams makes one man miss, gets out to the outside, and gets a looks to be 9-yard gain. Good little swing out pass right there by Rusher.
Yeah, and this is showing how good our passing is this year compared to previous years. I mean, we used to have to rely on our running game completely, and now we're really switching it up here.
Yeah, and Raquel Willingham is a traditional tight end for this team, so he got out there and just blocked the first man, and Jaden just had to make the next guy miss, and he did. Got 9 on, looks to be 8 now. So 2nd and 2. Rusher is under center. Colbert the lone back in the backfield. A little bit of motion. Jalen Jackson motioning. Colbert runs straight up, and he got it the first down.
Yeah, and Colbert already has 91 carries this season for 445 yards with 6 touchdowns so far.
Yeah, we are very reliant on Jadavian Colbert, sophomore. Coach Riles thinks he can step into the occasion, and so does he. I mean, 91 carries with 4 games in the season is a lot, but the fact of the matter is Coach Riles has been building him up for this moment in the offseason and leading up to these types of games, giving him more reps, more handoffs.
Yeah, absolutely, and it looks like he's just going to keep building on those stats tonight.
Rusher waits the snap. Reed gives it to Colbert. Colbert gets to the side, gets brought down. Number 33, Chris St. Clair, former Cedar Shoals player, brings him down for a loss of 2. So it'll be 2nd and 12 right there. A little bit of a read. Got too many people in the backfield for Stevens County.
It'll now be 2nd and 12 for the Jags.
And Jaguars have a lot of playmakers, so plays like this, 2nd and long, don't really have too much effect. Rusher knows his weapons, knows his personnel, and he can get it to a man who can get a first down.
Yeah, absolutely.
They just hand it off straight to Colbert, and almost on cue gets a 8-yard gain right there. 3rd and 3 right there. So,
and as Denton was saying, I mean, we lost a lot of our starting players last year, but the chemistry of this team is some of the best we've seen in a while, with a lot of these guys growing up with each other and playing for a very long time together.
Yeah, a lot of these seniors have been playing since middle school together. Rusher waits the play call from the sideline. Willingham and Williams to his left. Jalen Jackson lined up at tight end. Down to the right side, Colbert in the backfield. And Riles is going to call a timeout. He is very frustrated at the play call and how this offense is moving. So, not a bad drive. Started on the 49, inside the 30 now. The Jaguars just need to keep the ball moving, really. I mean, Colbert just had a big run, kind of mix in some more passing plays. Raquel Willingham is a tall target and a strong target at that. So, I've seen him just go up and moss people anytime he can. So, I mean, with a reliable target like that, you're going to want to target him any chance you get.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Rusher has options all around the field. You know, he's got Colbert, he's got Williams, he's got Raquel Willingham. He's got a lot of options, and hopefully 3 yards to go and they can make it, get that first down, and be that much closer to the first score of the game.
Yeah, it looks Jaguars might. Another timeout on the field, it looks to be, or there's just a continuation of it. So yeah, 3rd and 3. I mean, just punch the ball through. You got a reliable running back. Your line's looking good, other than a few plays. But you just got to punch that ball through. Ball in the 21. I mean, inside the 20, you just got to push and push and push. Passing plays are good, but we are a running offense. Our quarterback can make people miss. In the first game of the our scrimmage against West Hall, I saw him truck a man to get into the end zone. So he's a very physical quarterback, playing tailback, wide receiver before this. So he's gonna make plays happen himself.
That definitely feeds into his running game and being able to get through those linemen and those linebackers and being able to push the ball himself sometimes when he can't get a pass out.
He's just going to be holding the block. So, single back. Colbert. Jalen Jackson's going to motion. Set back up. Motion over to the left side. Play action pass. Rakeem Willingham wide open and an easy touchdown. He's going to walk in for the first score of the game with 6:20 left in the first quarter. Rakeem Willingham, touchdown. 21-yard pass. Good bait by Jalen Rusher. I mean, they were every secondary man, it looks like on that side, looked to be focused on Williams at that point.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
left Rakeem Willingham wide open.
Willingham was completely open, and that will now be his 5th touchdown of the season.
William Fang going to set up for the kick right here. Jaden Williams, the holder. Kick is up and good. 7-0 with 6:17 left in the first half, or first quarter, excuse me. So Stevens County is going to return, is going to get the ball back. Sloppy first possession. Fumble on the kick return. Fumble on the first play, and they just couldn't recover after that, really. I mean, stuck in a third and long with a main source of offense being the running game. It's not going to look too good when you have those looks. So kind of want to get short yardage with the running game, mix in some passing. It's not really a strong suit, but you still got to get the little short slants in, 1 to 2 yard, 3 yard pickups, and just got to march.
Yeah, and to talk about Will Fang for a second, he's only a junior at the school, but he's already 11 for 12 for extra points so far this season and 1 for 2 for his field goals.
Yeah, we really 1 for 2, not really chances to get field goals really because of how proficient this offense has been. I mean,
yeah, it seems like once we get close to that end zone, it's going in.
All the weapons that we have. Will Fang lining up the kick. It's off. Another good kick to the 1. Great kick by Willingham, back almost the first man again, and just swallowed up at the 15. With Willingham's speed is just perfect for that position, returning kicks, or kickoff team, excuse me. I mean, he's the first one back there both times on kickoff return, and just an athlete.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to run for a 21-yard touchdown and then get back on defense right away shows the dedication of these players and their hard work.
Just the grit that they want to get after. They want to help their team any way they can. Ball on the 15, 1st and 10, second drive. A double handoff. Swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Gain of none. Looks to be about 3 inches. So, I mean, the guy who Colwell handed it off first got swallowed up just after he handed it off.
Yeah, this Cedar defense is looking really good right now. And once again, this brings it back to Stevens County, depending on that rushing game so much. And it's just not working right now, but they usually don't go to the passing game. So it's going to look like a rough game for them.
Shoot. Excuse me.
Once again, taken down very quickly.
Yeah, Spurlock right there again. So they look kind of a weird offense they have set up. Looks to be 2 backs in the backfield stacked up behind each other, and then Cole's just going to be under center that whole time, really. Going to make some substitutions here.
And so far, Cedar is looking very strong, being able to hold Stevens County and score already within the first half of the first quarter.
Running under 5 minutes now in the first quarter. Snap, toss over to number 5, and just immediately met. Number 30 for the Jaguars, Avery Forston, just getting immediately in the backfield, setting up a 4th down play. So another 3 and out, keeping with the 3rd and long, 4th and long situations. You can't set your setup to do that. You can't really do anything if you're a running team to do that. So Jaden Williams on the 45. Stevens County's punter is going to line up on the 2.
And this is one of the strongest performances we've seen on defense from Cedar so far this season.
Yeah, just 2 straight dominant possessions. And almost blocked straight up. That ball is going to be inside the 25. It's like 7 Jaguars were back there trying to break up that kick.
Yeah, and Cedar is showing how dominant they are athletic, being able to get back to those places so fast. A good example is Raquel Willingham, being able to get there at first every time.
Roughing the kicker flag. Sorry, it was a flag on the field we did not see. Roughing the kicker, which I don't really see anybody touch him, but that's going to be an automatic first down. This defense is going to be back on the field here. So new life to the Indians right here.
Yeah, Stevens County needs to take advantage of this and get the momentum going for them.
Yeah, it's a big gain right there. That's about a 10-yard penalty. 15-yard penalty, actually, excuse me. So they're going to be lined up on the 30 now. Better ball position right here.
Four and a half minutes left in the first quarter.
Colwell under center. Fake pass, play action, pass. Trying to throw it up. Ooh. Almost picked off by Jamal Canty. Jaden Williams with a good little breakup right there. Good little hit.
Yeah, and in the box right now, in the media box, we can hear the Stevens County coaches not being very pleased with Jaden Williams' play, but no flags on the field.
That was a big hit, but a good one right there. Jaden Williams looking to be the sideline referee talking to him a little bit. And a timeout for the Stevens County Indians. So 2 already in the second drive, not looking strong, really. 4 and out seemed to be. Roughing kicker flag gives them a 15-yard boost.
Yeah, and I mean, they've gone 4th and out twice, and then they got it back for a first down, and it's already second down, no gains of yards. They tried to go for a pass play, but the defense was all over it once again, and Cedar Shoals is looking very dominant so far, but can't jump to conclusions. Anything can still happen. It's very early in the game.
Yeah, just straight up bad pass right there. I don't think, even if Jaden Williams didn't lay down that hit, he wouldn't have got to it. Jamal Canty would have been there to just break up the pass. He was within fingertips of intercepting that ball, and he would have just knocked him out of bounds, seemingly drawing the ball loose altogether. So we're going to wait for the Indians to come back on the field. 4:26 left in this first quarter. Cedar Shoals Jaguars up 7-0. 2nd and 10 for the Indians.
Yeah, and we'll see what they decide to do here. So far, the rushing game and the passing game haven't been going the best, but they have to get this ball down the field.
Yeah, and that was a nice little play action, but just couldn't get the throw right. Couldn't get the receiver really to the route itself. Handoff to Spurlock. Spurlock with a big hole. Jamal Canty running with him, stops him for the first down. First down for the Stevens County. Good little run by number 5 right there, Hudson Spurlock.
Now the ball will be about on the 43-yard line.
So there you go. You get a big hole. Your line holds. And, I mean, just simple football, really. You just got to hold your blocks, let your running backs do the job from there.
They've just got to keep running these good running plays. I mean, that is what they're good at.
It's swallowed up again.
Yeah.
Spurlock, I mean.
The problem right now is the consistency with the rushes. I mean, they've only had one good rush so far that just happened, and once again he got eaten up on that play.
I mean, they're just lining up in basically the same formation. Looks to be a little bit of a formed I formation. Fullback out to the side, halfback right behind Colwell. Waiting the play call here. 2nd and 9. Oh, is it first? There looks to be some confusion on the field. Official timeout. There is a flag on the field. Coach Riles seeming to be getting an explanation from the head referee, crew chief of the officiating staff.
And Coach Riles still discussing with the referee.
And one of our own assistant coaches looks to be pretty heated. That is the defensive coordinator. He did play in college. It looks to be he's going to talk to one of the players. Jalen Jackson looks seemingly very upset. It looks like he...
Looks like the coach is just comforting him right now. Obviously, he's pissed off about something, and we're not sure what's going on.
I don't know if he got kicked out or what. Oh, my goodness. They're just going to flip the field, it looks like. We don't know what the call was. Jalen Jackson is fuming on the sideline. Jalen Rusher's comforting him. I mean...
Now they're on the 41-yard line of the opposite side.
Stevens County is going to get on the in Jaguars territory off of looks to be a personal foul. I believe it is a personal foul.
And it looks like it'll remain first down.
I don't know what it could be. Jalen Jackson is fuming on the sideline. Motion Spurlock trying to fake a play call right there. I believe I saw Raquel Willingham jump out. So Cole gets the snap. Play action. Looks like he's going to take it on his own, and he's going to run out of bounds. 2 or 3 yard gain. He did have some receivers open. Just couldn't get it to him.
And, yeah, these coaches right next to us are very heated. There was an open receiver, but obviously he didn't see it, and he just ran out for a little bit of gain of yards.
And Jalen Jackson is one of the star defenders of this defense. So if he is out for the remainder of the game, it's going to hurt. Spurlock back again. Handoff and 4 3-yard gain for the Jaguars.
And now less than 3 minutes left. 3rd and 9. And it looks like Jalen Jackson has taken his pads off. We're not sure yet what's going on, but he may not be returning.
3rd and 5 here. Handoff to Spurlock again. Eaten up at the line of scrimmage and just getting pushed back. 4th down. Good stop by the defensive line and the defense in general. So good recovery by this Jag defense, and it looks like the offensive unit is going to stay out there, maybe draw out an offsides penalty, try and get positive yardage to get the first down, or they're just going to straight up go for it.
4 yards to go.
Yep. They try and get that quick little motion in with Spurlock and just look over to the sideline again. Another man in motion, handing it off to him. Almost met, and it looks to be a first. Yep, first down.
First down
for the Indians. So,
and Stevens County has gotten a lot of yardage on these plays from fouls called, but they're moving the ball well, and we'll see what they can do in this position.
Yeah, their line is holding up pretty well right now. Pulling at their tackles and guards are pulling out, keeping their blocks, opening holes for their running backs to make the plays, make moves. Deep pass play, and it's broken up by Jamal Canty. Good coverage. Good coverage. Spurlock looking for the penalty flag, but that was just a great coverage, great breakup.
Now it'll be taking the 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 10. That was a pretty good pass by Cole, but just Canty was there and just broke it up. Good defensive stand.
And Cedar needs to try and hold this team back and hopefully not lose the lead that they have going for themselves this early.
2nd and 10, ball on the 30. Cole under center. Motion out by Spurlock. Hand it off to him again, and Good behind the tackle from behind the back. So 2nd and 7, it looks like. Spurlock with the 2-yard gain. Second and 8, yep, 2-yard gain by Spurlock. Colwell kind of running the offense right now, kind of just being that playmaker that the coach needs to be with the handoffs and such. Motion out, looking over to the sideline again.
And taken down very quickly. And that'll be a loss of yards. So now 3rd down for Stevens County, and they need to do something with this play if they want to, equalize this game before the first quarter is over.
Trying to make a play before this quarter ends. Running under 30 seconds now. Colwell looking over for the play. 3rd and 12, excuse me. And it looks like they're just going to run the timeout. Run the remainder of the quarter out right now. Or timeout, excuse me. Timeout right now.
So there'll be 14 seconds left in the quarter. 3rd and 12 for Stevens County. This is their opportunity to get this game tied up before the quarter is over.
We're still trying to figure out what happened with Jalen Jackson. His pads are off. A few of his teammates coming over, giving him a high five, telling him it's all right.
Yeah, and he came out the game looking extremely mad about something, and now he does have his pads off, no helmet, no top pads. So we'll see if he's coming back in this game. We're still not sure what has happened.
Yeah, we're trying to get some reporters down there right now, trying to figure out what's going on. So 14 seconds left. I was watching warm-ups. They do have kickers. They have a good leg. So we'll see how they approach this, even if they do have time.
Here comes Stevens County. 3rd and 12 for them. 14 seconds left in the quarter. And this could be their chance to equalize this game and get back on track.
7-0, 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Jaguars up. Colwell under center. Gets the snap, hand off to Spurlock. Spurlock running up a hole, does a little spin move. Gets stopped at the 10 with 4, 3, 2, 1, and they're just going to run out the quarter. So 4th and 5 when it started the second quarter. So far, Jaguars looking pretty dominant on offense with only one drive, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And, this offensive drives for Stevens County, no discredit to them, but a lot of fouls were called, and that really moved them up the field. So hopefully Cedar can minimize on their fouls in the next quarter, and hopefully everybody is okay. We're still not sure what has happened with Jalen Jackson, but
yeah, whatever happened with him, it started that boosted that drive off for Stevens County right there, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But we'll see what this Stevens County team can do this close to the end zone. They're in a good position for a kick or to try and go and equalize the game.
They are going to flip the field now with the quarters changing.
Somehow, if we are able to in the future, that's the plan. We can come out here and run cable.
And they are going to attempt a field goal here. Stevens County. Colwell is the holder, so they could do something with that. I'm not too sure what they hold in their playbook with this situation. Looks to be Jaguars are going all out. There is going to be a whistle. Jalen Jackson is on the sideline and just fuming that he's not out there to help make his team make plays. Waiting to snap. Kicker gives his thumbs up. Fake pass. Colwell out there and stopped immediately. Good defense by the Jaguars. Avery Fortson once again had a big stop in that first drive. Gets one again. Turnover on downs.
Yeah. Once again, very good prediction by Cedar Shoals. And now they'll have their second opportunity to get this ball down the field.
Yeah, the Jaguars had everybody in on that play, kind of seeing. They knew their quarterback was their holder, the starting quarterback at that. So, kind of design blitz right there, design to kind of read that option of the fake. So, rusher in the backfield, single back, two receivers out both sides. Low snap. He's going to take it himself. He's going to run to the outside. Bumps off of a man. Keeps going all the way to the 40. Good run by Jalen Rusher for the first down and a little more. 15-yard run right there.
And you could see there, number 33, Chris Sinclair, sticking very close to Jalen Rusher. He used to be a player for the Cedar Shoals Jags, but now playing for Stevens County.
A good little run right there. And we do have news on Jalen Jackson. We'll let y'all know after this play right here. Jalen setting up his offense, telling his line who to block. Snap, handoff, play action to Colbert. Rusher's going deep and all over him. Number 21 was all over Akil Williams. He's a big target, so not much is going to take him down unless he's holding him by the shoulder pads like he was. Number 7, Jalen Jackson, though. He was ejected from this game for throwing a punch. We did not see that up here, and I don't know if the broadcast picked that up, but he's been ejected for throwing a punch. So it looks to be getting scrappy a little bit, but we will see how it develops throughout the game. 11 minutes left in the half. Rusher in the backfield with Colbert. Swing pass out to Willingham and just sailed it a little too far to the left. Jalen Rusher, 3rd and 10. So we saw it with Williams. Now we see it with Willingham. Both very capable receivers, very talented guys. You just about getting that throw in.
Yeah, absolutely. And now 3rd down, they have to get something going on this play.
Yeah, 3rd and long here. They're going to bring in 3 wide receivers and a tight end right now. K. Williams going to go set up on the line, it looks like. Rusher gets snapped, running up the middle. Spins off of one man, tries to break more tackles, and really good gain right there. 4th and 1 right there. 9-yard gain. Rusher going back to his mobility, his physicality.
I mean, it just shows the versatility of him as a player and why he's such a good quarterback. I mean, he can do what he needs to do to push that ball forward.
And 4th and 1, it looks like Raquel Willingham's going to set back up to punt right now. Would not be surprised if there's a fake given Raquel's athleticism. Really only need 1 yard. So there's a multitude of things that the Jaguars could do, or we can just punt it off right here, which would also be a good idea. Pin them deep in their own territory right here to start off their 3rd drive. Willingham receives a snap, punts it deep. Looks to be pretty decent kick inside the 20, about on the 18, 17-yard line. Decent punt. He punted it from about the 40, so good punt. Good position for us as the Jaguars defensively to start off too. Ten minutes left in the quarter. 7-0 in the favor of the Jaguars. Roz is going to sit his offense down and talk with Jalen Rusher about what could have gone in multiple different ways during this game. That drive. So, seemingly dominant Jaguar defense steps back on the field.
Yeah, and we'll see what Stevens County can do with this drive. They still haven't been able to get on that scoreboard yet, but
if the Jaguars can stay out of penalty trouble, seeming to be almost handed to them at this point. But up until now, penalties coming out left and right.
Yeah. And
Number 3 in motion, toss out to him. Seems to get the outside corner. He has it. One man to beat, doesn't beat him. 5-yard gain right there for number 3.
and losing
Corey
Jalen
Ritchie.
Jackson. Losing Jalen Jackson is really big for Cedar Shoals. He's one of the leaders of this defense and, one of the best players out on this field. And that will be a hit for Cedar Shoals, but hopefully they can keep momentum and keep going.
Star defensive end out for the remainder of this game off a personal foul. Cole looking over to the sideline, receiving play call. Under center now. Sends a man in motion. Hands it off to him. That's Spurlock. Spurlock with a good, pretty decent run right there. Looks to be 7 yards for the first down. They're not gonna let up on the running the ball.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, proven by their stats, it's their strong suit, and they're going to keep doing what they're good at. And so far, not a bad run on this.
Yeah, they're just going to keep chopping and chopping and chopping. So 1st and 10, rolling under 9:30 flag. Does come out for the snap. False start on the offense. Offside, excuse me, not false. False start. Offsides on the offense. 5-yard penalty. So it'll be 1st and 15. Inside the 25. Backed up in their own red zone.
So this is definitely an advantage for Cedar Shoals here. They got extra 5 yards to work with, and that'll definitely make the rushing game harder on Stevens County. But snap is about to go down.
Looking back over for play. Shifts it a little bit to manage with the play. Running in motion, number 3. Toss play out to him again. A lot of Jaguars over there, but good blocks. And pretty decent game. Looks to be about 9-10 yards. Ball spotted on the 35-yard line. 2nd and 6 right here. So that toss play has been working pretty well for the Stevens County, maybe looking to stay with it.
Yeah, and Stevens County is definitely doing a better job on this run to get some good yard gains out of every run so far. And now 2nd and 6, they have plenty of space and time to do this, and we'll see what they can do here.
Another pitch to the opposite side, pitches the open side, and good stop. 2-yard gain. Jaden Williams on the stop.
So that'll take it to 3rd and 4th for Stevens County.
Third down, 3rd and 6 for the Cedar Shoals Jaguars. Gonna make some substitution for the Indians. Defense chant emerging from the crowd. Colwell under center. No man in motion this time. Fake toss play. And it's not going to be a first down. He is an inch short. An inch to a yard short. Good play. Fakes the toss out to him, but
yeah, it was a very good play. And he tried to stay in bounds, but
he just couldn't. His momentum
couldn't quite stick it.
And they are going to measure. Yeah, it's going to be pretty much inches at this point if they don't get it to him. And with a running offense, you're more than definitely going to go for it here.
Yeah, I mean, rushing is almost all they've done this game, so most likely they're going to go for this 1 yard.
Yeah, not even a yard, but asking for measurement, but it is more than, it looks to be short. It looks more than short. So they're going to bring the chain gang out and measure to see if they did indeed get the first down or not. $7:50 left to play in the half. And it is 4th and inches. 4th and inches for the Cedar Shoals defense, stopping them very short, or not even stopping.
And Stevens County most definitely going to go for it on this play. And Cedar Shoals needs to lock them down, hopefully, and keep them from getting those inches and hopefully get a turnover.
Yeah, they're going to send out their regular offense. What I was going to say was they could probably go for a fake. We already saw it on a field goal, which was unsuccessful, but now it's instead of 5 yards, it's inches. So they could just run it up the middle here with Cole or hand it off to someone in the backfield. Set off a motion plate. They are going to throw a penalty marker out. Offsides on the Jaguars, so they're just going to give them the first down. 5-yard penalty right there.
Yeah, and these penalties are really hurting the Jags thus far.
I'm not quite sure who was offsides.
Yeah, we could not tell from up here, but these penalties are killing the Jags right now. So many yards have been taken from them based off of these penalties, and now once again it's first down for Stevens County.
So the ball, it will be spotted on the 44. 7:50 still left in the half. The Jaguars are going to try and get a stop with the missing leading defender. Colwell under center again. Hands it off to Spurlock. Spurlock met in the backfield and gets drugged down by number 14. David Cross, number 14, David Cross on the stop.
And, Cedar just needs to keep doing this, keep holding back that run game. It's now 2nd and 12, so the Jags really need to get the ball away from Stevens County because it seems like no matter what they do, they keep getting down this field, but see what they can do here.
Rolling passing play right here. Throws it out deep, and it is incomplete. Just lobbed it up over there to.
It'll be now 3rd down, 12 yards to go for Stevens County.
It looks like that pass was intended for Christopher St. Clair. Jaden Williams was in the area, right on him to break up that pass. Good defense there by number 12, Mr. Williams. So it is going to be 3rd and 12. Indians still in their own territory. It looks like they're going to – Colwell's going to get out of under center first play. And he's going to drop back for the pass. Screen play to number 3. And they are going to get a first down. Tackle from behind, but pushed them forward.
Yeah, as we were saying, Stevens County is finding a way to get a first down every time. And, they are really pressuring this Jag defense. And
yeah, that was a design screen, too. All the linemen pulled out. And the running back just stopped at the line of scrimmage and just Cole dumped it down to him for the easy first down right there. Now they are on they're in Jaguar territory right now. Clock rolling at 6:40. Hand off to Spurlock. Met just after the line of scrimmage. It's going to be brought down to a 2-yard game right there. Clock is rolling. Under 6:30 left to go.
Yeah, and so far this game has been really hard to tell what the dominant team is. I don't think there is a clear dominant team right now.
That first drive on offense looked pretty dominant for the Jaguars, but after that,
it's been pretty rough. I think Jalen Jackson was definitely a hit to this defense, and not only in skill but also in moral. But we'll see what they can do.
The snap, handoff to number 3, and Matt brought down immediately by number 66. I believe that is Jaheim Wilson. It is indeed the senior defensive tackle. Had a big year last year. Coming back for his senior season.
So now 3rd down and 8 yards to go for the Jags, for Stevens County, and hopefully the Jags can hold this team this time, because it seems like on these 3rd downs they've had a lot of 3rd down conversions so far, and we'll see what the Jags can do to prevent that again.
Yeah, 3rd and long now, and the other few would have been 3rd and short. There is going to be a timeout on the field for Stevens County. So 5:15 left in the half, excuse me. Sorry, I couldn't muster it out. They are marching. Their offense looks a lot better than those first 2 drives. Penalties have been a factor throughout the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Stevens County came out looking pretty rough. I mean, Cedar really got on that first drive and took it all the way for the touchdown, but now the game is looking a lot more balanced, and Cedar Shoals is really suffering from these penalties. I mean, not only did they get a player kicked out, one of their best players, but also they've had a lot of loss of yards and letting Stevens County get gain of yards, and hopefully they can shut that down, because that's easily avoidable.
Yeah, their defense also has sharpened up a little bit, but there have been miscues on offense. Miss throw by Jalen Rusher to Rakeel Willingham on a screenplay, which could have been a big potential. Jaden Williams had a lot of blocks out. He had a man blocking and no one in front of him after that. Really, the linebackers would have had to come over and stop Willingham from getting more than past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, we're approaching the end of the first half here, but still 5 minutes to go. And, I mean, this is any man's game still at this point. No clear dominant team, and both teams just need to, strengthen what they have going for them, and we'll see what the Jazz can do here on 3rd and long.
3rd and 8 now. Cole lined up under center. Fake toss play. He's just going to sail it over the running back. 4th down now for the Indians. That pass intended was number 3, senior MJ Jones, one of the key players we had for. Cole is now 4 for 7 with 19 yards. So good completion ratio, not the yardage that they needed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just shows how dominant the rushing is for every game for them.
And they
with
are
only
going to
19 yards so far
punt this
from
ball
passing.
off. And a botch snap. Jaguars do not seem to see it. And they're just going to easy punt it away. It's going to bounce once, bounce twice. A good bounce. A botched play ends with a good punt inside the 10. Ball's going to be marked on the 6. That roll made it everything. Jaguars did not know what was going on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no one rushed until he is already about to kick it. I mean, they had plenty of time there. But unfortunately, no one was able to get there in time. And now a very good position for Stevens County defending.
Yeah, everyone ran back like he punted the ball away, but that ball sailed over his head. And credit to the punter, that was a good roll.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, for a busted play to bounce back like that is just, you don't see that too much.
Now under 5 minutes left in this half.
Yeah, the Jaguars are going to have to march now, especially inside the 10. I formation now. Motion happening in the backfield. And flag on the play. False start offense.
And once again, I mean, these penalties are just killing Cedar Shoals right now.
And that's going to be half the distance to the goal. So the ball's going to be on the 3. Just Jaguars looking sloppy right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, half the distance. So the ball is going to be on the 3-yard line. Pinning them. See, it's only 3 yards deeper, but that can make game of inches is what people told me when I played football. Football's a game of inches, and
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
that's going to affect a lot.
any yards lost, any measurement of inches lost is a loss, nonetheless.
Quick little fullback dive, get back to where they were. It looks to be 2nd and 10. Caleb Allen coming out right there for the handoff. Not too many attempts from him. That was his 22nd, and also a sophomore. So he's improving, 124 yards on the season, but we have been relying on Colbert throughout the 4 games that we've had.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's just above and beyond expectations for a sophomore in the rushing game.
Motion in the backfield. Rusher hands it off to Colbert this time. Colbert tries to bounce out, gets a lot of room. A good gain, 1st down for the Jaguars. Colbert.
And this is what Colbert does. I mean, as we were talking about earlier, I mean, he already has 445 yards in 4 games and 6 touchdowns. I mean, he knows how to move the ball, and he's showing that right now, getting the 1st down for Cedar Shoals.
And having that legacy with his brother being a dominant running back, going to Clark Atlanta out of high school to play. Rusher gets the snap, hands it back off to Colbert. Colbert gets it outside and gets 8-yard game, 9-yard game. That's 11-yard game. Good, another great game by Colbert, and gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Which is, I mean, what more can you ask for right now at this point?
Yeah,
good game.
That's what you
and
need.
get out
You need
of
to get it away
bounds.
from your end zone, and that's exactly what Colbert's doing right now. Now with 3
And they
and a
did
half-
not get the first, I was watching the referee and didn't go by what I was seeing. So it's 2nd and 1. Rusher in the backfield, Colbert, Williams, and Willingham out to each side. Drops back, looking to pass the ball, scrambling out. Rusher chucks it downfield to Williams. Incomplete.
That was a very dangerous pass from Jalen Rusher.
Yeah, Rusher didn't want any yards being lost right there, especially on the 2nd and 1 right there. So chuck it downfield, just over Williams' head. 3:30 left in the half. 3rd and 1. Jaguars, Colbert's looking good on the drive. 2 really big runs from him, which is what the offense is running, going through Colbert, running the ball a lot. And passing has been a point, but just sticking to the ground game is going to help a lot. And just like that, hands off to Colbert. Big hole. Stays on his feet, makes one man miss. Tries to make one man miss and gets down to the 47, and his helmet comes off, so he is going to have to come out for play. Stanley Smith coming in. Big plays by the sophomore right there in this game. The 3 rushes this this drive have been for 10+ yards.
Yeah, and I mean, this just shows how important Colbert is to the team, and only being a sophomore, we can just expect to see him grow into even a better player.
Hand off to Smith right here. He's bumping out to the outside. Makes quick little stutter step right there. Slips through the hole for a 9-yard gain. Stanley Smith coming in, not missing the beat.
And a flag down on the play.
Yeah, late flag right here. Caleb Allen, not Stanley Smith. Horse collar on the defense. So that's going to help the Jaguars out right here. That's a 10-yard penalty, I believe.
Now with
15-yard penalty.
Taking to the 30-yard line with less than 3 minutes left in this quarter, or in this half, and this is the time for Cedar to get even a further lead on Stevens County.
Yeah, no timeouts left for Stevens County, so I would expect the Jaguars to run the ball, run the clock out as much as they possibly can. Rusher drops back to pass, throws it up to Willingham. Willingham with a touchdown. Great pass by Jalen Rusher.
And that is going to be Willingham's second touchdown of the game already.
Willingham. And, I mean, couldn't draw up a better play right there. Willingham like we said, former tight end, big receiver, big guy, strong guy. That's the second touchdown of the night, bumping his total up to 6 on the season. I mean, he's 6'4", 6'5". You can't really go up with him really at all. And the extra point is good by William Fang, or Gabe Bush. Gabe Bush.
Yeah, they switched up the kicker there, so Gabe Bush with the extra point.
Yeah, Gabe Bush has been moved to wide receiver this season, so William Fang getting most of the reps. Gabe Bush does handle some punts and extra points like this. A lot of pressure in his face too. So that was a good job composing and making that kick by Gabe Bush.
Now Stevens County will have 2.5 minutes to get something out of this half if they want it.
Yeah, they got to run a 2-minute drill here, but with almost no passing offense, they can't really do too much with just running the ball over and over again, especially with no timeouts. Not really much is going to happen. Stevens County is already out there waiting to receive the ball back. Will Fang is out there to kick it off. Marks it up on the right hash mark. Excuse me. The far hash mark. Good drive. That's what we've seen for the former 3 weeks, other than the Oconee game from the Jaguars. Running the ball and just Jalen Rusher letting his receivers make the plays. Good kick by William Fang. And he boots it a little bit, gets it back though. Stopped as he crosses the 20. Ball on the 22-yard line. So 2:27 left in the half.
And this is going to be hard for Stevens County. I mean, no timeouts left. They have not the strongest passing game, so it's going to be hard to get this ball down the field in time.
Yeah, and if they don't get out of bounds, then really can't do too much with the clock other than just run, hurry up. And they do have a lot of motion going on in their offense. So that's going to be one task that they have to fix right there. So Colwell under center. He's not under center. He's behind with a running back. He's just going to hand it straight off. And good run, but he got a big hit right there. And he is slow to get up. I believe that was number 5. Excuse me. Hudson Spurlock.
Yeah, that's going to be 2nd and 2 probably around there for Stevens County. And they need to move this ball as fast as possible because they only have under 2 minutes left and the clock is running.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard. So he's back in the gun, running back. Gets the snap, hands it straight off again. Spurlock with a big gain right here. First down again. But that was a real good hit. The clock is moving. It's going to pause until they set the chains. And once they do set the ball down, the clock's going to start rolling. 1:40 now, in counting. Referee is helping. I believe that's Tyson Waller, fixes jersey up. Back in the shotgun, one running back next to Colwell. In a pass. It is picked off! He's going to take it to the house now. All the way. I believe that's Jamal Canty with the pick 6 senior cornerback.
And a huge play from Cedar Shoals.
What reflexes. That ball was tipped once. Jamal Canty got in his hands and didn't look back. Pick 6 for the Cedar Shoals Jaguars, making it 20-0 pending the point after attempt. Wow. I mean, we were looking for just a stop for the timeout, to run the timeout. I mean, got the best next best thing, pick 6. And the acceleration by Jamal Canty was absolutely crazy. He just took off down the field.
Now some players rushing onto the field right here.
There was a penalty or a whistle.
And Will Feng has come off the field.
Gabe Bush is not out there. Cedar Shoals is gonna go for 2. So rushers out there. I formation. And Culber's just going to walk into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Now Stevens County down 22 points going into the second half here. All they have is a minute and 16 seconds, so I doubt they're going to be able to do anything with that, but we'll see here.
22-0. Almost just under a minute left to play. I mean, that's a turnaround. With your star defensive player out in Jalen Jackson, Jamal Canty, the senior, shows
absolutely.
up for a pick 6.
I mean, the first drive from Cedar Shoals, they looked extremely strong, and then it looked like they had lost a little bit of momentum. But now they are definitely back on track, scoring 15 points back-to-back. And it now turns out we just got news from the sideline that Jalen Jackson has been ejected, and he won't be able to play in next week's game.
Due to the ejection. Then next week is Clark Central, the biggest game
of the season for these boys, the
crosstown rivalry.
And, Jalen Jackson is, not only, one of the highest skilled players, he is the leader of this defense.
And he is a pretty well recruited player at that, so that is going to hurt a lot. We'll have to see what Coach Ryle says Monday about that. So Jaguars are going to kick off on just under a minute 20 left.
Will Feng lined up for the kick.
Game seems to be going in Cedar Shoals' way right now. Little pooch kick by Will Feng. Bounces inside the 15. Jaguars are going to get good stop inside the 20. Might not have been the best kick from Will Feng tonight, but a good result. Not many yards gained on that play. So minute 10 left.
Yeah, the Cedar Shoals kickoff team has looked very good so far.
Yeah, Cedar Shoals turned it on in the second quarter, really. So a minute now. I mean, all Stevens County can do is really, Cole can throw up either a prayer or just run the clock out, really.
Yeah, I mean,
or just really do a really fast 2-minute drill. Just
absolutely.
run out routes and get out of bounds as quick as possible. Running play right there for the Indians. 3-yard gain.
It's going to bring it to about 2nd and 7 yards to go, most likely.
Yeah.
Only a minute left to go on the clock.
The Jaguars are going to call a timeout now. So, yeah, that's going to hurt the Jaguars a lot with Jalen Jackson being out for next game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clark Central.
And Clark Central was already anticipated to be a very hard game for the Jags, and, this is just going to make it, so much harder for them without their leader and without one of their most skilled players. But
yeah, Isaac Ward, Clark Central's quarterback, is a very good pocket passer, so we needed to get pressure on him, and now with one of our leading edge rusher being out for next week is going to put a little strain on that. But we'll see what happens next week, and you can tune in here on the NFHS network to see that game broadcast live next Friday here in the jungle. Well, right now, minute left in the quarter, or in the half, 22-0. coming off a pick six by Jamal Canty. Cole is in the shotgun with the one running back. Hands it straight off and just met. Eight up at the line of scrimmage. The clock is rolling. Just gonna roll and roll. And another timeout from the Jaguars. 54 seconds left, and the Jaguars call a timeout.
Yeah.
I guess just to make sure they got everything right to get this stop right here and roll the timeout. Don't want any miscues at all. So just under a minute. Homecoming night is looking strong for the Jaguars, leading 22-0 with under a minute left now. This seems to be the last attempt at trying to come back, at least score in this quarter. 3rd and 7, 50 seconds left. In motion, hands it off, and stopped. 4th down. The clock is rolling, and rolling.
Now Stevens County brought to a 4th down. Less than 30 seconds left in the game.
Fourth and 7 now. Or no, 4th and 3.
20 seconds left.
And it doesn't look like they're going to get a playoff.
Yeah, it looks like they might just run this clock out.
Rolling into halftime. Jaguars are looking hot. They will receive the ball. They will receive the ball in the 3rd quarter to start off the 2nd half, and they are leading 22-0.
A very dominant performance. You know, they started off very good. It got a little rough, but they got right back, started scoring, and they're doing their thing.
And we'll see you in the 2nd half. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Waters Wilkins Stadium, where the Cedar Shoals Jaguars are leading the 22-0 against the Stevens County Indians. And we're going to throw a little bit of stats at you right now. Number 14 for Stevens County, Kenny Colwell has thrown how many? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Four passes for 19 yards, so 4 for 7 or 4 for 8, and he threw a pick 6 to Jamal Canty in the closing minutes of the first half. And on the Jaguars, Jalen Rusher putting up pretty good stats right now, 74 passing yards, doing pretty well for himself, 15 rushing yards. Colbert, 54 yards with a long run of 25. So the Jaguars offense is rolling right now, but their defense has to step up too. And it's been stepping up, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it did get rough there after their first drive and that touchdown. It didn't look too good for them. They were giving up a lot of yards and a lot of penalties, but they came back, and now they're 22 up starting off this second half.
Yeah, now Jaguars do receive the ball in this half, so we'll see if they can keep capitalizing off that. And congratulations to all those who made it on the homecoming court and who won the homecoming court as well, because it is homecoming night here. And we are getting ready to kick off the second half of this ball game. Cedar Shoals is up 22-0, and they are receiving the ball. We are waiting the kick now. And the kick is away. Colbert will grab the ball around the 20, trying to make a move. He's going to run up the right sideline, and he has more room, and he's still going. Why? What? There is a whistle, but for what reason?
There was a confusion there. The assistant coach was telling Colbert to keep running down.
I guess the referee thought he stepped out of bounds, but he really didn't step out of bounds. I had a bird's eye view from up here.
Yeah, it did not look like he stepped out at all, but that'll be the call on the play.
Yeah, Rouse is trying to argue it right now. Got to have better eyes if you're the ref right there. To me, it looked like he didn't even step out. He got close, but he didn't step out. But regardless, the Jaguars will have the ball on their 22-yard line. Opening drive of the second half.
And that looked like it was going to be all the way to the touchdown and start off really hot for Cedar Shoals, but called out. So first down for Cedar.
Jalen Rusher instructing his offense. Blocks and all. He's going to be the only one in the backfield. Two receivers to his right, one to his left. Jaden Williams is going to be in motion. He's going to toss it off to him. He's going to run him straight up into some defenders, and he's going to stay on his feet. He stayed on his feet through 3 defenders and 2 of his own men to make a 2-yard game into a 7-yard game, an 8-yard game, excuse me. So, second and 2. Second and 2 now. Colbert has re-entered the game and is in the backfield, along with one other back. I cannot see his number. I believe it's Smith. Rusher hands it to him from under center. Gets a big hole and keeps running through the hole and hits a man, makes a miss, and he's going to stay on his feet and crosses the 50-yard line, getting down to the 46.
And Cedar Shoals coming out of this halftime is looking very confident in the running game. moving the ball very well.
Rusher, two backs, Stanley Smith and Jadavian Colbert. He's going to drop back with Colbert. Smith is going to line up somewhat of an H-back. Gets the snap, reads, keeps it himself, bounces off a few defenders, reads his blocks, gets around to the 40, going to the 30. He's going to run down the sideline. He's going to miss. He made one miss. Dirty spin move and a touchdown.
Cedar Shoals starting off hot in this second half.
What a run, and there is a flag on the field. What a run by Jalen Rusher.
And we've been talking about this all game about how versatile he is, and you can see it right there. He is a true running back at quarterback.
Holding on the offense.
So now the play called back.
Great run.
Cedar Shoals back to the 41-yard line.
What a run by Mr. Jalen Rusher right there. Too bad he got called back by a penalty. That would have been run of the year for him. I mean, there was no way he was getting brought down right there. So, 1st and 5. Rusher in the backfield with Colbert. Another little read. Oh, he hands it off, excuse me. Colbert gets a 4-yard gain. Now 2nd and 1. Man. That was the most, I mean, I'm still in awe of that play. I mean, that was.
Yeah, no matter the callback, it still shows off Jalen Rusher's abilities on the field.
Yep. And if you're an opponent, you're wondering, wow, he can go. Fullback dive, straight up the middle by Allen. Allen gets a pretty good run right there, 8 yards.
And Cedar is moving this ball in this second half.
And it is a 1st down. Yeah, Cedar is rolling right now once again. Caleb Allen right there with that run with the fullback dive, 8 yards. Rusher awaiting the play call, looking to his sideline. Call out his blocks for his lineman. Drops back into the gun with Colbert by his side. Makes another read, play action pass. Throws it out and incomplete. His intended target was Jaden Williams right there, the senior. Second and 10 now. Jaguars inside their 30, about the 29. So basically on the 30 at that. Rusher waiting to snap in the shotgun. Keeps it himself. Bounces out to the outside again. He's got a wide open hole. See if he can make one-man moves. He does. And he drills inside the 5. And the referee gets taken out right there by the tackle. And it took about 4 people to bring Mr. Rusher out of bounds.
Yeah, Jalen Rusher called back on that touchdown run, but obviously he's not letting up at all.
Yeah, he's probably the one that's most probably pissed off about that one out of anyone else.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's using it as motivation and not getting put down by it, and that's very important
Yep,
for a leader like Jalen Rusher.
Inside the red zone and on their 5, their own 5. Rusher takes a snap, hands it off to Colbert to finish the job, and he does not. Stopped on the inch-yard line. Yeah, 2nd and inches on their own goal line. See if they can reel it in real quick. I mean, you gotta run the ball here no matter what. And Jalen Rusher keeps it in and finishes the job himself. 2 big runs, 1 called back, 1 remains. And he gets himself a touchdown. Good little drive for the Jaguars right there.
Cedar Shoals still showing their dominance coming into the second half, and that's good. You know, they had.
And that makes it 28-0, depending on the PAT. If this does stand, it'll be 29-0.
And Cedar with a monstrous lead on this team.
And a flag right there on the PAT attempt. Offsides on Stevens County again. Then last time they did that, we went for 2 and we were successful. Looks like we're just going to give the offense a little break here.
Yeah, and I mean, both teams have suffered from these penalties this game thus far, especially Cedar, losing one of their best defensive players in the first half, if you weren't here for that. Jalen Jackson
Yeah,
was
Jalen.
ejected, and now he won't be able to play in the Clark Central game, the rivalry game coming up next week.
Yeah, from what we're told, PAT is up and it is good. Will Fang drills the point after attempt, making it 29-0. The Jaguars coming into the quarter dominant, coming into the half dominant again, really. I mean, that's the story right now.
Yeah,
Cedar Shoals has been dominating on defense. And for a minute, it looked like offense. Then they kind of died down a bit. Then they went back to dominating
yeah,
again,
absolutely.
as we see
I mean,
here.
they were stuck at 7-0 for a while, and then just they snapped, and they went back into their dominance mode,
Yeah,
killing
took
it on
off.
defense, getting a pick 6, and killing it on offense also.
Yeah. They're going to kick off here. Stevens kind of seeing if they regrouped during halftime or they didn't. And wondering if they can get a continuous clock here. Cedar Shoals have been running up, looks to be marching in on 30 points. Wolfang's going to break the huddle for his line to separate. Wolfang kicking, or Gabe Bush kicking this ball away, excuse me. Good little squib kick right there, brings it inside the 10. Chris St. Clair squibbles it a little bit. He's big hit.
Chris Sinclair takes a big hit
Yeah, he
directly to the legs.
Yeah, but got the job done no matter what. Gabe Bush and Wolfang trading out kicks right now. Gabe did kick an extra point, and then he gets a kickoff here.
Yeah, and Gabe Bush playing receiver a couple games for Cedar Shoals, but now it looks like they're reverting him back to that kicker/punter position.
Yeah, you don't really see too many kickers go from, their basic kicking position to wide receiver. But Gabe Bush says he likes the challenge.
Yeah,
He loves the game of football, so he's going to do anything he can to help the team out. And a few weeks ago he did. He caught a few passes, which is pretty good. Handoff right now to, cannot see who has the ball. And he's just marching right now. Jeez. Number 5, Spurlock, just dragging the whole pile. Looks to be about 3-yard gain after contact. It was 4 more, so 7-8 yard gain right there. Good run for Spurlock, just carrying the pile.
Second down, 2 yards to go for Stephen County, their first drive of the half.
And play action pass here. He's going to lob it deep. Jaden Williams is running with him, and incomplete. Good coverage by Jaden Williams, brings it in right after. That receiver, Jaden Williams, is a good 2 to 3 inches over that. Wondering if he can pick that off. He's just looking to break it up and play, really. 3rd and short. With a running offense, you really, in these short down plays, you really want to just run the ball for the first down. But right there, they just trying to go deep, trying to make a ballsy play right there.
Yeah, and
Didn't really work out in their favor, though.
Cedar's defense looking good here. See what they can do. 3rd down, 2 to go.
Man in motion. Looking over the sideline for an audible. Caldwell tells his line to switch gears. Does another audible, trying to read their defense. Hands it off to number 3, Jones, CJ Jones. And they do pick up the first down. MJ Jones, excuse me.
Stevens County looking better than they did in the first half on their offensive. They're actually being able to gain here, and we'll see what they can do with this. But still, at a very large deficit, 29 points down. Hard to come back from, but a lot of time left in this game.
Yeah, 4-score game right now, or 4-possession game, excuse me, right now. Stevens kind of looking to keep marching down the field, try and get inch closer and closer to the Cedar Shoals Jaguars. And just swallowed up. Spurlock swallowed up immediately. Didn't have time to read a hole. The line didn't make any holes at all.
Yeah, and Cedar's defense is shutting this running game down. And that's going to be hard for Stevens County because of their lack of a passing game. And, I mean, if Cedar can control this running game, they should be good. Only 19 yards in passing so far from Stevens County.
Yeah, very lackluster in the passing category. But other than that, their running game's looking strong when their lines can hold the blocks. Play action pass right here. He's going to dump it down to number 20. Incomplete. Jaden Williams, big playmaker right there.
And Jaden Williams has been shining on defense today. Absolutely flawless possessions. He's always in the right position on his right man, and he's getting these tackles and making sure this team doesn't get big yard gains. Now it'll be second down for Stevens County.
It's 2nd and 10. Oh, sorry, we missed the play. A little commotion up here in the booth. Pass is incomplete. Fourth down? Third down. Nope, 4th down. 4th and 10. They're going to send the punting unit on to the field. The first part of that drive looked pretty good. The second just didn't really work out for him. So,
yeah, I mean, Stevens County has been pretty inconsistent with their ability to gain yards here. So 4th down, it's going to be a punt. Jaguars still up 29-0.
and a pretty good punt. Jaden Williams is going to return this ball. Gets a few blocks, gets another block. Chris St. Clair, and there is a flag down on the field. And Colwell for Stevens County is 3 for 11 passing. So started off pretty hot, then just died down. Waiting to see the penalty flag call. Blocking the back, it looks to be. Blocking the back on the Jaguars. So that's going to be a little bit of a penalty, but still have the ball.
Yeah, and I mean,
that's about it. I think a 10-yard penalty right there. So Jaguars will have it on their 28. So Jaguars will have 1st and 10 on the 28. First and 10, Jalen Rusher gets the ball, lone man in the backfield. He's going to roll out to the pass it to Gabe Bush with the catch. 8-yard catch for Gabe Bush. Gabe Bush with the nice 8-yard catch right there. Good design, rollout play. Not really play action, but
yeah, we were just talking about, how he comes off of being a kicker to being a wide receiver for this team. And as you can see, he's performing well in his new position.
Gabush is going to stay on the field, lined up with Williams on the right side, on Jalen Rusher's right-hand side, I formation.
And we only got
Allen
4.5 minutes.
False start.
Only 4.5 minutes left in this quarter. Jaguars still dominating out here.
Yeah, Jaguars are looking very, very strong. Looks to be a false start on the offense. It's going to be a 5-yarder right there. So 1st and 15 for Jaguars, 4:22 left.
And yeah, I mean, so far Cedar's just been showing a level of dominance even after losing a player that Stevens County just so far cannot match at all.
And there is a whistle on the field, an official. I guess they're going to remark the ball. Yeah, just a yard. They were a yard off. Hand off to Colbert. Colbert gets stopped at the line. Just got bottled up. Too much pressure right off the bat. Rusher now waiting. Clock is still rolling. Jaguars really just looking to chop the clock off, get this game over with.
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty.
as of right now, it looks like Stevens County is not going to be able to do much.
Yeah,
I mean,
4-possession game about to be, or excuse me, it might be 5 after this drive. 29-0. Rusher looking to pass. Passes out to Rakeem Willingham and way off the mark.
Yeah.
A little miscommunication on the route there. 3rd and 15. Jaguars aren't really rushing to do anything so quickly. 3:30 left in the third quarter.
And yeah, I mean, if Stevens County can do anything with this game, I highly doubt they're going to be able to. Almost done with this third quarter, and all they're going to have to left is 12 minutes pretty soon. So
Yeah, and then Rusher's driving back to pass. A lot of pressure in the backfield. Dumps it off to Colbert. Colbert runs upfield. Gets slung down by his jersey. About decent gain, 7 yards, but just not what they needed. So it will be 4th down, 4th and about 8. Holding penalty brought back a big run by Colbert.
the clock is still running, so most likely Cedar Shoals.
Ball was stopped in play, so it will be rolling. Willingham back to punt. The return man is on the 25. Rakeem line drive kick, rolling into the 20, down on the 19.
And a very decent punt there from Rakeem Willingham.
Yeah, they're gonna flip possession right now. 2:40 left, 2:50 left in the game. Stevens County is gonna try and do something here before the quarter can turn out. If not, they've only got 14.5 minutes left in this ball game to
Yeah, I mean,
put up at least 5 touchdowns for them to
this
be
is
eligible to win.
very tough situation for Stevens County. And yeah, not only is it a 4-possession game, it's a 4-touchdown game. You know, they have to be able to convert these, or
Yeah, with
Nothing's
a
wrong.
2-point conversion as well. So
yeah. I mean, Cedar Shoals really set themselves up here in the first half.
yeah, that opening drive really helped assert that we're here to win. This is our house. We're not going to let you walk in here and make a fool of us like we got made a fool of last week. So it's a very big tone setter coming into next week. Number 3, MJ Jones, running straight through the line. Gets it like 6. 2nd and 4. After the gain of 6, it's 2nd and 4. Handoff, clobbered at the line. 3rd and 3 now. Gain of 1. Looks to be gain of 1 or none.
Less than 2 minutes left here in this quarter.
Yeah, and it's just clock's just rolling. Stevens County's looking to take their time right here. I mean, we really haven't seen much of a huddle out of them recently. They're just going, kind of doing hurry up, looking to the sideline for an audible, and just.
Yeah, and it seems weird that they would start going into these long huddles when they need as much time as possible.
Yeah, they
to
need
these
to go
plays
quickly.
off.
Jet sweep. Flea flicker, actually, and it's going to be a complete pass.
That is the biggest play Stevens County has had so far this game.
I mean,
Very good pass there.
that was a dime and a half of a throw from number 11, Marty Lanier, the running back. So, I mean, that was a pretty big gain. That was about 30 yards. Good pass right there. Boosting their offense up. One pass from a running back out passes your quarterback, which isn't what you want to see, but, I mean, get you downfield. Good result for a long end. And there is going to be a flag down on the field. I'm going to wait and see what it is. That's some of the Stevens County coaches calling out a horse collar and a late hit. The late hit might be one of them. I did not see a horse collar.
And the clock is frozen at 48 seconds right now.
Yeah. And it is on the Jaguars, so. And that penalty brings them into on the 15. This is the closest the Indians have been since the first quarter, really.
Yeah.
Closing moments in the third quarter.
Stevens County needs to get a touchdown out of this play if they want any chance of coming back here.
Yeah, they cannot settle for 3 or a turnover.
Yeah, I mean, they just need to score. That's the only plan for them at this point.
Fake toss. Dump down screen. And
Stevens County with the
touchdown, Stevens County, number 5, Hudson Spurlock. Good little play, another design screen look to be. Fake out the toss to number 3.
And the kickoff will lead into the fourth half after this attempted point after the touchdown.
Yeah, after this kick, it will lead to the fourth quarter.
And
so
I wonder if they go for the 2-point conversion here.
It looks to be they are sending their kick team off. They did try a fake field goal, but we'll see what goes on right here. 29-6 as it stands right now. Under 20 seconds left. Awaiting the snap from the long snapper. The hold, the kick, and it is good. 29-7 now. Inching closer into this game, but 12 minutes, 19 left.
So it is a 3-possession game.
Yep, 22-point game right now.
Now Stevens County will be kicking off to the Jags.
While we await the kick, Jaguars are playing Clark Central next week. The Classic City rivalry will be here in the jungle at Cedar Shoals Water Wilkins Stadium next week Friday. So if you can't make it out to the game, we are live broadcasting it here on the NFHS network, and if you need the link, it's bit.ly/JagsSports, I believe. So you can tune in there. We'll have the game live. We'll be live tweeting it during the entire game. And follow us on Cedar Shoals Blueprints on Instagram and Twitter if you aren't already. get news on sports and events around our school and our community as well. So Stevens County is going to onside kick it right here. Try and regain possession.
Yeah, I mean, they need these points. Only 12 minutes left leading in to the fourth quarter.
And just smothered by David Cross.
Yeah.
So good position for the Jags now. 16 seconds left in the quarter. Jags looking to put this game in the bag, honestly. That's what they're going to be looking to do right here. 22-point game right now. Jaguars will have the ball on the 47 of the Stevens County Indians. Rusher instructing his line, instructing his teammates on what the call is. Steps back in the pocket. Shotgun formation. Gets the snap, takes it himself, runs it straight up the middle, trying finding a hole. There is a flag. I believe it's face mask. Seemed to be defender clipped his face mask. Get away on the call. Holding on the offense. I mean, Jaguars cannot get a break. They've been in penalty trouble all game long. Being big runs, big plays, being brought back, giving life to Stevens County. But the defense has been able to kind of make up for it, holding them to one touchdown.
Yeah,
Stevens County also has averaged 33 points per game, so the offensive productivity has been pretty good up so far. We're might meet the quota here, or even go over it. Quick throw out to Williams. Williams tries to make one-man miss. Good block by the lineman right there, and he's going to get out of bounds. So 1st and 20 turns into a 2nd and 9. And that will be the end of the third quarter. Your score here at Waters-Wilkins Stadium, 29-7 in the Cedar Shoals Jaguars' favor going into the fourth quarter. And we are back here at Waters-Wilkins Stadium. 12 minutes left in this game. The band is roaring. The fans are excited. We're walking away with a win again. I mean, last week put a blunder on our record. 3-1 now. But looking to end this game, make it 4-1 going into the game against our crosstown rival, Clark Central.
And so far, really good performance from Cedar Shoals. They've been able to hold Stevens County to only 7. One touchdown so far in this game. Going into the fourth quarter, 22-point lead, three possessions. And we'll see what they can do here. Jaguar ball, 2nd down, 5 to go.
The officials are going to blow their whistle, signaling the official start of the quarter. Rusher deep in the backfield. Keeper He's going to run it to the outside, try and make some room. And no gain right there. That might have been one. Yeah, that was a 1 yard gain right there. 3rd and 4. Jaguars trying to keep this drive moving. Trying to get first downs and all. Rusher now going under center, I formation. 2 to his right, none to his left. Motion. Sends number 9 in motion to his left. Hands it to Colbert. Colbert running up the middle, first down. Good little reach. He got tied up, but reached the ball back for that first down. So they are they going to mark it 4th down? That's a first down. I mean, chains aren't moving. Everyone looks confused on the sideline. And they are going to move the 6th. First down, Jaguars. Handoff here. No play action. Rusher pump faking, throwing deep to Raquel Willingham, and just too far. He wanted to hit him the first time, couldn't, then got pressured and just had to chuck it up. So, 2nd and 10. Just under 11 minutes left. Rusher letting his teammates know the play. Under center now. Colbert in the backfield along with Colby Allen. It's a little stretch play here to Colbert. Colbert finds a hole, good big hole. Past the 45 down to the 41-yard line.
Now 3rd down for Cedar Shoals here. Not much to go.
Third and 3 now. Clock is moving under 10:30 right now. I formation. Jaguars just looking to chew the clock.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, with this much of a lead, just burn down that clock and
Colbert running gets hit.
Over with.
He hit the lineman and just kept moving, and there is a flag on the field. Colbert was going full speed there. Just could not stop until he got out of bounds. We're waiting to see. Holding offense. Another penalty for the Jaguars. So they're going to take it back 5 yards. 3rd and 8 now. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 8. One of the two. Under 10 minutes. Jaguars just want to run this clock out. They want to go relish this one and then immediately look. I mean, I bet they're just, as soon as they hit the locker room, it's their minds are on Clark Central. Rusher dropping back to pass. 4-man rush for Stevens. Throwing it deep to Jaden Williams, and it is incomplete.
Very, very, very close right there.
I mean, the corner had him draped, but not in a good way at all. I mean, he had him pretty much just holding him the whole time. Did not look too good.
Yeah, definitely looked like possible pass interference call, but won't be called. Now, Raquel Willingham will be lined up for the punt.
punt team is on. Raquel Willingham on the punt. False start on Stevens County. I believe it's a false start on defense. Or offsides. Yep. 5-yard penalty, so offense is going to march back onto the field, 4th and 1. They want to run the clock. They don't want Stevens County to even have the chance of taking more time than they need to. They just want to run the clock down. So, rusher standing in the backfield with Colbert, Williams, and Willingham to his left. Colbert going to set him on his left as well. See the snap rolling out. Low pass, but complete. Strong hands right there from Mr. Jaden Williams. First down, Jaguars.
Yeah, and I mean, like Denton said, I mean, Cedar's goal is to get this game over with and just be starting to prepare for this Clark Central game coming up because.
And they are going to have an official measurement. And actually, never mind. First down, Cedar Shoals Jaguars. So, I mean, if they can score right here, that'd be perfect. But also, you want to run this clock down as well. You want to run it as low as you possibly can. Marching Man's getting fired up now, knowing how to secure the win. Successful homecoming night for the Jaguars.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you always want to win the homecoming game. You know, it just raises the spirits even more than they already are. A lot of people in attendance tonight, and, you know, the Cedar Shoals Jags are putting out, you know, doing very good on this field right now.
Yep, looking to improve to 4-1. Looks like it. Clock is about to run under 9:30 right now. Rusher calling out the play. Receive the snap, hands it off. Smith running. Stanley Smith just keeps going. Not call it 18-yard gain right there. Clock will be moving, but so will the chains. First down, Jaguars.
And yeah, the clock is approaching 9 minutes. Getting into the last minutes of this game, and Cedar Shoals very much still on top and in a very good position right now.
And a touchdown, Cedar Shoals Jaguars, sorry. Excuse me, touchdown, Stanley Smith. That makes it 35-7, Cedar Shoals Jaguars.
Yeah, so I mean, Cedar Shoals not letting up. You know, they're not about to get this game anywhere close to being close.
And
so.
they have met the quota of 33 or more points allowed per game from
so
Stevens County.
They've gone over the average, actually, of the amount that Stevens County is scored on per game. So very good performance from the Jags so far tonight, and extending their lead even more.
PAT is good. Cedar Shoals is now leading 33-7. 36-7. Jaguars are leading in this game with 9 minutes left. Closing in on their 4th win, giving Stevens their 5th loss. It's almost a mirrored record. Stevens County has played one more game. Cedar Shoals has taken a bye week. They have 2 of those. Marching band, they're waving to each other with their phones. Don't know why. I guess it's a sign of courtesy. We should be waving them goodbye. not to them, but it is what it is. So yeah, next week, 7:30, Classic City Showdown. Last year, Cedar Shoals won for the first time in a long time. 17-7, big win. Will Fang is going to kick this ball off. For the remainder of this quarter, we'll be deciding on what happens on this drive for Stevens County. They could take the whole time. There's a flag for delay of game. What? I guess it is delay of game on the kicking team. So Will Fang will have to reset his tee on the ball. Step back, gets his footwork right.
And here comes the kick. And a very good kick from Will Fang there.
A deep kick, even then, 5 yards. Went to the 5-yard line. And they're going to mark him down due to the GAHS rule. 8:51 left to go in the ball game. Jaguars are winning. So 36-7. Stevens County is just even take their time in the huddle. I mean, it's a hard deficit, but they can still make a valiant effort and not just take all the time in the world. Well, maybe that's what we need. Run the clock out.
Yeah,
We each have 3 timeouts, which I don't see Cedar Shoals needing one at all. Toss play out to number 5. Gets a good blocking, gets out there outside, 5-yard gain. Spurlock with the carry, 2nd and 4.
Second four.
That's baller. Second and 4, 2nd and 5, yep, 2nd and 4 now. Clock is ticking away. Hands it off to Spurlock again. Brought down to. It looks to be a little bit of maybe an inch short of the first down. They might give it to him here. Clock is stopped due to marking. And they are going to give him the first down. Clock is stopped due to moving of the chains. Rule through high school and college football. Just so they can make sure they get the measurements right.
Now the clock is going down.
Yeah, it looks to be some of the second stringers out. Jaden Williams isn't here. Isn't on the field, excuse me. He's present at the game, but. And offsides for the Jaguars. So the clock will stop. Nope, just keeps going. 1st and 5. Just under 7:30 left. As Larry Munson would say, roll clock, roll.
If you did not know, Denton is a self-proclaimed comedian.
Loss of, they're actually 1 yard, 2nd and 4.
Now less than 7 minutes left in this game. Stephen County very far back in their own territory.
A lot of time rolling off the clock. Quick pass out to number 20. Got one man, got to him, they couldn't wrap him up. He's still going, he fumbled the ball. Falls back on it. 20, we'll call it 18. 18-yard gain right there, good idea.
First down for Stephen County, 6 minutes left on the clock.
Rolling under 6 minutes now. First down for the Indians. Colwell under center, toss it out to Spurlock. Good little gain. And there are 2 flags down. Might be on the same penalty, but regardless, flag is a flag. 5:39 left. And it is on the Jaguars. A lot of penalties tonight. We haven't kept up with them too much tonight, but there have been a lot of them.
Yeah, and I mean,
that's for sure.
The Central game is expected to be a lot more competitive than this game was, and they definitely don't want to be making this many errors and getting this many penalties because they have given up a lot of yards this game.
Oh yeah, especially with someone with an arm like Isaac Ward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Park Central quarterback.
But thankfully, they are heavily in the lead for this game. 5.5 minutes left on the clock.
Closing down in the ball game.
First down for Cedar Shoals.
Colwell is in shotgun. Pump fakes. Sending one deep. It could be. No, it will not be picked off. Duck. There's a flag in the backfield. Roughing the passer on Cedar Shoals. Just sloppy at this point, honestly. Jaguars need to keep the composure. It's been a long day. It's hot at the beginning. It's really humid now. But you just got to keep their composure, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
In this game with composure.
They're cranking down here. 4 possession lead for Cedar Shoals. 5.5 minutes left in the game. Should be pretty straightforward for Cedar at this point. Ooh.
Shotgun. Hands it off to just met in the backfield. Hudson Spurlock. Just complete. I mean, he got the ball and then just got popped. Rolling under 5 minutes now. Second and 12. Clock is now under 5 minutes on the scoreboard. Hand off to Spurlock once more. Met at the line of scrimmage. Gets a little bit after contact. Caught 3 after contact. 3rd and 9. Last chance for Stevens County right here. If they can keep this drive alive, and they'll do it.
Cranking down to the 4-minute mark.
Spurlock once more. Tackled right in the backfield. 4th down. Cedar Shoals Jaguars were all over that. And they are going to go for it, seeing as it might be their last chance to have the football in the game.
And this game was very rough for Stevens County. Cedar Shoals coming out very strong and continuing their momentum throughout the game.
And there has been a timeout called on the play, 3:40 left. .341 left. Timeout has been called by Stevens County. So thank you everyone tuning into the broadcast tonight, sticking around with us here on this very mucky evening as this game is wrapping up here in a little bit. Jaguars are leading 36-7, depending on what happens on this fourth down. Right here, it is 4th and 5. Rusher had a very good night. Rakir Willingham, 2 touchdowns, 52 yards. Just adding on to his stellar senior season performance, really. I mean, Colbert had more big runs.
And here we go.
Hudson Spurlock, 91 yards on 20 carries. You don't see many collegiate or professional running backs get that many touches in a game. Puts a man in motion. Play action pass. They're going to look for the end zone. And picked off. Picked off by the Jaguars. They're going to keep going with it. And brought down. I mean, just a duck by Colwell. Number 4. 2 interceptions for him tonight. Number 49 picks it off, and that will more than likely be it. 3:20 left in this game. I mean,
Cedar will most likely just try to get this clock down as fast as possible.
they'll either knee it or just run the clock out. Great performance by Cedar Shoals. Defense really showed up. Both sides of the ball showed up for the Jaguars. Going back to what they've been doing, we needed this before Clark Central, really. Colwell on .13 passes, 84 yards, 2 interceptions.
And the clock is still cranking down here.
And for the Jaguars now, they are just going to run out the clock. Colbert reaching 100 yards on 12 carries. Rusher running for 32 yards. He also passed for 96 yards on 16 attempts for 8 for 16, so 50% completion rating. I mean, that's what he's been putting up all year long. Clock is stopped at 3 minutes at the moment. Trying to figure out if this is a first down or not. They are going to measure.
And the clock cranking down here.
It looks like Renardo Frost is in the game right now, giving Jalen Rusher some well-deserved time off. Jaden Williams and Rakir Willingham are also down there. Stanley Smith running through holes like a madman, breaking through the 40 down to the 35-yard line. I mean, Stanley Smith with a big run right there. clock is about to reach under 2 minutes now. Colbert is going to re-enter. Stanley kind of limping off the field, looks like. Colbert is just going to come right back off the field. Disappointed. Jordarian Edwards will enter the game, though. Gabe Bush also out there. Now under 2 minutes. Ross gets the snap, hands it off. More running room. Colby Allen gets knocked out of bounds, though, so that will be a stoppage of clock. Or is it continuous? Nope. Wait. Yeah, the clock's just going to still keep moving. I believe it is a continuous clock under 2 minutes with the score. And they just stopped the clock. Never mind. Oh, they're going to move it to chains.
Yeah, I mean,
So the Jaguars are going to close this off
with the win.
with a W, improving their record to 4-1. Stevens County will drop down to 5-1. Rada Frost pass outside is dropped. Could not get a good handle on it, but good attempt either way. 1:20 left in the ballgame. Handoff straight up the middle. Get that clock running.
Cranking down to less than a minute left in the game.
Final minute here at Waters-Wilkins Stadium. The Jaguars are going to bring home the dub.
And the Jaguars coming off of that big loss from Oconee, showing that it's not going to get them down, it's not going to mess up their season.
Get
Came
their
out, showed up Stevens County. And
if you didn't hear before, Jalen Jackson, number 7, one of our key defensive players, was ejected earlier in this game. We are just going to run the ball up the middle, try and run the clock out. But he was ejected early in the first quarter. He might be ineligible for the Clark Central game here next week.
yeah,
We will let you know sometime this week when our write-up comes out or via social media. So this game will be concluded 36-7 is your final score here at Waters-Wilkins Stadium.
a big win for Cedar Shoals, coming off the loss, getting right back into the groove, 36-7. A huge win for Cedar Shoals.
Picks up their 4th win of the season.
Now having a record of 4-1, and they will be leading in to next week's game against Clark Central here at Waters-Wilkins Stadium. If you want to see that game, make sure to tune in again.
Next week, yep. And I'm Denton Redmond, joined with Scott Wells, and thank you for tuning in.